All right, make sure to let everybody know, man. We up in here, we live and direct, Smutfree TV. You already know the hottest content in these internet streets. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stick to the script, never changing up. Let's go ahead and get everybody up in here, man. Ping up, ping up, ping up. Let everybody know what it is right now. We about to go back to back on their ass. You understand me? It don't never fail around these parts. Bring up everyone. J3, what it do?
Hola.
What it do? What it do? Let's make sure we ping up. Like I said, Big Court gonna be in here, man. Just a second. We're gonna get this rocking and rolling. Big Court from the Holding Court podcast. If y'all don't know, y'all gonna know today. This man got a very interesting story. I can't wait for y'all to hear this. Oh, there you go, right there. I'm gonna bring him up. Big Court, come up. I just sent you an invite to come up. There you go, boom. Add you, then I'll make you a moderator. All right. And then the bottom right-hand mic, bottom right-hand corner is your mic. And you click it to come off.
Oh, shit. Appreciate that, bro.
What up? Big Court, first time on Clubhouse. Welcome to Smutfree TV. What's happening with you?
Hey, what's going on, bro? I appreciate that, man. I feel like an old nigga trying to navigate this shit. I'm glad you welcome.
Hey, nah. You and Sibo. I was talking to Sibo. Yeah, Sibo thought this shit was video. He talking about he was getting fresh and fly. I'm like, nah, nigga, you ain't gotta do all that.
Hey, at least I knew it was just audio. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to have you on this platform to chop it up with you. You know, I've been peeping your movement out for a minute now. I actually got familiar with you through Sharp. I feel like I wasn't too familiar with you until I seen Sharp on there. Whatnot, then I had to go back. I seen that you've been on No Jumper a couple times for sure. You know, doing my research. So what we do here, I interview, I get some backstory on you, get to know you a little bit for the people who don't know you, and then after that, I open up the floor for questions. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody get their questions off. You know, keep it short and sweet. But look, man, if you're live with us right now on YouTube, on Clubhouse, we're live on Smutfree TV. We got special guest Big Court from the Holding Court podcast in the building. First time on Clubhouse, as you can see, man. It's your host, Rockstar 2800, the most hated, the most opinionated, the most underrated. Y'all know the rest, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You understand? You know we got the hottest content in these internet streets. No cap. All right? So look, man, we about to get into it, man. We got Big Court. Man, let's go down memory lane a little bit. Big Court, you know. For the people that don't know you, you're an artist. You was an artist first, right? And you from Kansas City?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Yep.
Okay, can you explain coming up in Kansas City earlier before, jumping off the porch or,
Yeah. You know, it's what's crazy is I'm older than what I look and what people tend to think I am.
Yeah, nigga. You know. Yeah, you fooled me, nigga. You fooled the fuck out of me.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, 31, you know what I'm saying? And co-host on my show, but
damn,
nigga, you my daddy, nigga. I'm 31.
Yeah, I hear that all the time, you know what I mean? But I think it's just good genes, you know what I'm saying, and just living right, you know what I mean? But I had a good childhood coming up in Kansas City, bro. I was raised on love, not survival. You know, I'm an only child. I had a beautiful childhood. We grew up in the hood. I'm from 64130. I'm from an area called Faux Block, which is, it's the deadliest zip code then and still now today. But I had a strong family. My family I was raised kind of matrilineal, on my mom's side. So I was raised by strong women. You know what I mean? Education was a focal point in the household. I had good Christmases, good birthdays, all of that until, around about the 80s. Some of y'all might not was born yet, but you know, when the crack era came, you know, it hit all the neighborhoods. Then the gang shit came into the city. You know, I was probably about 10 when I started kind of, you know, really realizing what was going on, and actually listening to Ice-T and WA, you know, people like that. They were kind of contextualizing what I was seeing, you know, and not understanding. You know what I'm saying? When you watch niggas pull up, they got 30s and Vogues back then. You know, they pulling up to the dope houses. You see all the traffic, but you don't know. You know what I mean? You see niggas with they Turkish ropes and they gold ropes with the anchors and the Cadillac symbols and nugget rings and all that. So, but then, you know, the gang shit came to Kansas City in the 80s too, because what happened is a lot of LA niggas was hustling. So as they branched out, you know, the rest of the country is usually seduced by, you know, West Coast LA culture. So, you know, whoever niggas was copping they dope from, that's pretty much who they align themselves with. So, you know, if nigga was getting his work from a Blood or a Pyru or Crypt, and that's pretty much what they identify with. So my neighborhood got colonized by Crips. There was a lot of 60s and East Coast as far back as like the mid 80s. Kansas City had mainly Crips back then. I mean, back in the 80s and the 90s, it was probably a shit for it was probably 100 Crips to one Blood. You know what I mean? You had to have heart to be a red rag back then. So that's pretty much what it was, bro. You know, but you know, I had, you know, I was a straight A student, straight A and B student. You know, I really didn't start smelling my piss and getting into the bullshit until probably about 14, 15. And that's when I kind of started jumping off the porch. And actually, that's when I went to jail for the first time. But yeah, but I had a beautiful childhood, though, bro. You know, I don't have the story that a lot of guys, you know, unfortunately had, or some choose to portray. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I don't know about that because I heard some shit. So I don't know. I don't know. You try to make it seem like it was all peaches and cream. I don't think it was that.
Well, you talking about in my childhood?
Oh, okay. You say your childhood as far as like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, my childhood, like the formative years was all good. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, once I hopped off the porch, life started, bullshit started.
You said, what's the first time you went to jail? What age?
15.
15. And how much time have you done altogether?
I ain't never done no time, brother.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, that was it. I was in juvenile for like 7 months. But the thing about that is, so this was about 91, summer 91, if I'm not mistaken, summer of 90, 91. But in Missouri at that time, I went to jail for burglary, armed criminal action, shooting into an occupied dwelling, attempted murder. We hit a bunch of gun stores. Our thing was burglary. So, you know, we robbed a couple gun stores and shit. And so, you know, we got jammed up or whatever, but I was a juvenile. Everybody else was, I was 15. Everybody else was like 17, 18 on up. And so juvenile court, you know, kind of works like family court, at least back then. But at that time, they were trying to figure out how they were going to handle juveniles that commit, you know, adult crimes. So I almost got certified, but, you know, they took a couple things into factor. They factored in a couple of things that, you know, even though I didn't grow up with my dad stayed not too far from me, and he was married. He had a decent job. My stepmother had a decent job. And so because I did good in school, and because I was the youngest on the case, so my lawyer, he was good at trying to make it seem like I got wrapped up with an older crowd and kind of was led astray. And he was a good kid, but he just, you see what I'm saying? That really wasn't the truth, but that's goddamn what he did. And so the state took me from my mom and made me go live with my dad. And I was on house arrest for like damn near my whole sophomore year. And so, you know, and I ended up pleading out to like one of the burglaries and like CCW and some other shit, some weapons charges. But yeah, so I didn't realize the gravity of trouble that I was in. I was a kid. Like I had see, I didn't grow up with older brothers and shit that was in and out of prison to like lace me to the system. So all that shit was new to us. We didn't realize the shit we was doing was like really some serious shit. So it, you know, nigga, hey, when they arrested me and they took me to juvenile, nigga, I was so arrogant and so confident. I thought that they was just gonna call my mama and just have her come get me. You know what I mean? like I had no idea what that was that I was into. So, but it ended up working out, bro. And that's what that was.
Okay, how does the so when do you start rapping? Let's get to that. When do you start rapping down there in Kansas? When do you start?
Well, let me correct you. It's Missouri.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Kansas,
Okay, Kansas
is
City.
another state.
Yeah,
Kansas City,
Missouri.
Missouri. Shit, I started rapping in like 1989, bro. I started, 13.
Nigga, I was born in '89, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? Nigga been around many moons, bro. I started writing raps, just in class and shit, fucking around with it. But it wasn't until probably, I think maybe my sophomore year, junior year, that I really started taking it serious. And not serious, but I started getting more into it. And so we was recording demo tapes and shit in the house. See, back then, my nigga, we we didn't have technology like y'all. Like back then, nigga, studio time was, shit, $150, $200 an hour. And back then it was reel to reel or ADATs, Tascam ADATs. Like it was way more expensive. So everybody couldn't get in the studio. So my nigga that I used to rap with, Cisco, that nigga was just a klepto boy. He was just like a jack boy, you know what I mean? So he used to just like, he used to steal all the equipment that we needed to record in the house. So that nigga used to jack niggas for keyboards and mixers and 4-track recorders and mics and shit. And niggas just put a makeshift studio up in the house and shit, we would record our shit. But nigga, it wasn't no punch in. It wasn't no technology. Like you had to like if I was on the second verse, and I messed up, we had to do the whole song over again, starting from the beginning. You know what I mean? So
That's
it was,
crazy.
but it was good practice back then. It was good practice for performing, but that's when I started.
No, for sure. So how does a young guy from Kansas City, Missouri end up on Master P's radar?
So let me see. I graduated 94. So 94, now mind you, I had my daughter my junior year. So I got an old lady, I got a daughter, I got one foot. Now I'm still in the streets, but I'm moving with a little more of a purpose, to be honest with you, because we was doing crash out shit when we was young. But now I start kind of moving with more of a purpose in terms of getting money and kind of staying out the way. But so we didn't have a big industry in Kansas City. I mean, we had Tech Nine, we had Rich the Factor, we had Mass 187, we had Vel Bacardi. We had a few people that put it down, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we in the middle of the country, bro. So you had to, back then, you had to get on. Like you had to record a demo and you had to get it to somebody that could put you on and get you a record deal. So I used to send tapes. One day I just got the bright idea just to mail out tapes to record labels. I would get the address off the back of the tapes and the CDs. And so I would get those tapes and CDs back in the mail and it would have return to sender. We don't accept unsolicited material stamped on it. I didn't know what the fuck that meant. So I was just like, well, shit. Common sense led me to believe that, okay, they too big. So I started sending tapes out to independents. Now I didn't have the verbiage independent labels. I didn't know what that was, but like No Limit, In a Minute, Rap a Lot, Black Market, labels like that, they just seemed smaller and more accessible to me. And so I would just get the address off the back of the tape, send that shit. And if they had a number, a voicemail, I would call and fill that motherfucker up, right? And so I just did that with everybody, anybody I could. Ironically, we were talking with Ruthless Records. I was trying to get with Eazy-E. We had a similar style to Bone Thugs, but they end up blowing up. And so I say probably right before E died, the lady at Ruthless that I used to talk to, Cassandra Ware, she was like, Eazy heard y'all tape. He like y'all. When he get back in town, we gonna he'll get y'all a holler. But he died. And so I had to start from scratch. And so later that summer, that's when I was at my dad's house and P called my dad's house. And so my dad's name is Court too. So when he called the house, I was like, I didn't recognize the nigga voice. And I was like, shit, that nigga ain't here. And so then he was like, well, shit, tell him Master P called. So then I was like, hold up. I was like, nah, this me. And so P kind of laughed, was like, shit, nigga, you dodging somebody? And I was like, nah. I was like, you know, my dad named Court too. And so anyway, you know, he put us on Down South Hustlers, which is the first gold record I got. We was on a song called R.I.P., me and my partner, my group mate. And so that's where it started. We went from there.
So what year is this?
That's 1995, 96.
95, 96. So this is like the prime. No Limit is already made there.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. This is when P was still in Oakland, because he flew us out to Oakland. We were staying out in Oakland for a couple months. Yeah, this was right before he really blew up and popped, like a few years. So he
putting it together at this time.
Yeah, this is right before Ice Cream Man came out, because I remember hearing I'm About It when it wasn't mixed, and I remember hearing the Ice Cream Man instrumental.
That's crazy. So how long were you trying to No Limit?
Well, it was short-lived, bro.
Okay.
So what happened was I was a part of a group called CCG, you know what I mean? And so P and my partner that I rap with, them niggas couldn't stand each other. They didn't like each other the minute they met. The problem with that was I was always the spokesperson and the front person for the group. So a lot of the contacts that I made, they always knew me. He was the creative force. He did all the beats, the production, and the you know, the creative shit. But P had never talked to him, right? So me and P, we were talking on the phone for a few months before I even flew us out to Oakland. So by the time we got to Oakland, we was hella familiar with each other. It was like we was old friends, but him and my partner was meeting for the first time, you know? And them niggas was like oil and water. Them niggas just didn't like each other. So, you know, me kind of coming from that gang culture and just being a loyal nigga, you know what I mean? P, I never forget it. We was in Oakland and P came in, you know, he was like, Court, take a ride with me. And we was all in an apartment. It was me, Mia X, C Murder, Moby Dig, KLC, Mr. Servon. We was all in an apartment in Hayward, actually. And so the nigga we went for a ride. Nigga was like, you know, he didn't come out and say it straight out, but he was just like, man, I'm fucking with you, but nigga, your partner, bruh. Like, nigga, you gotta figure out what you want out of life. Like, he gave me that big brother speech. Like, nigga, you gotta figure out what you want to do. But at that time, I wasn't, even as an artist, I wasn't confident enough to step out there like that. And then too, I wouldn't have left my partner. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you gotta take both of us. So P respected that. So we actually went back to Kansas City, and then we just did independent shit. But I always kept a relationship with him. So there were things that he did, like, you know, for instance, when I would put out independent albums, and y'all probably don't know how the independent game was back then, but it was like the dope game, you know. So basically, whatever I got pressed up, you know what I'm saying, like, because of P's influence, they would pay me up front. So like his people that he knew at Southwest or Selecto, he would hit them and be like, hey, you know, that's my guy. Whatever he bring to y'all, pay him up front. So if I came with, you know, as long as they got the orders, if I came with 20,000 pieces, they giving me $7 a CD off 20,000 CDs. You know what I'm saying? So I probably made more money than I probably would have being signed, but you know, but that's how that went. But we always kept a relationship, you know. And so when I moved to LA 20 years ago, and then he moved to LA like 21 years ago, that's when we kind of reconvened, being in the same city, and was rocking every day.
Yeah, y'all didn't never have no fallout or a time when y'all wasn't speaking? Thought I saw
who, me and P?
Yeah, you and P.
Nah, you ain't seen nothing like that. We didn't fought before, but not no fallout or nothing like that.
Oh, y'all didn't fought, like fist fought?
Yeah. Over basketball, like on the basketball court.
Oh yeah. Okay. That nigga knows something. So
yeah.
How long was the short-lived period on No Limit?
Shit, man, that shit was short in a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. It was just we did down. So initially, you got to think, when he flew us to Oakland, we were supposed to just do Down South Hustlers, right? That was why he brought us out there, to do the song. But then, you know, he started vibing with us and put us in the studio, and we actually did He had a whole album with No Limit. You can see my picture on the inside of Down South Hustlers. It say coming soon right there, but it's just, and then the other part that I left out was, and this is why I be trying to help a lot of these young artists, you know, because some of these mistakes, you know, we've already made, which is why we can give them the information. We had a manager at the time, you know, he was from Jersey, and the dynamic was so funky, you know what I'm saying? Because the manager, he was older than us. He knew more than us, but he didn't really know shit either. You know what I'm saying? But he knew more than us. And ironically, him and my partner, they clicked and got along. But me and the manager really didn't get along. So then me and P, we got along, but then him and P didn't get along. So the manager was kind of ill-advised. You see what I'm saying? It was just really fucked up because it was like my partner, he's siding with the manager siding with him. I'm siding with P siding with me. But you see what I'm saying? It's just that, but we trying to be loyal to each other. You see what I'm saying? So it was fucked up. And then you got to think, bro, we 17, 18 years old too.
Okay.
You know, we didn't have no reference point of like now in that situation as an adult, you know, I would have maneuvered a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have told my nigga, like, hey, check this out, bro. You my guy. I'm gonna go ahead and go do this and get my ass in, and then I'm gonna pull you back in. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you 18 years old, bro. You know, nigga, we in the hood, nigga, we in khakis. We, you know, we got a whole different mentality.
No, for sure. Man, so so basically y'all did one little compilation, and you got up out of there.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got a gold plaque though.
Yeah. So did you ever do shows with them? Like, was there ever?
No, not during that period.
Okay.
Not during that period. Afterwards, yes. And from the 2000s all the way up, yes. But not
because
during
basically
that
what
period.
I'm trying to get down to, like, you got any memories from No Limit? Like, because you was there earlier on. You said you was with Mia X. You named a couple. I mean, you got relationships with Silk the Shocker, Mystical. I mean, other people in that camp.
Yes, of course. Silk is one of my best friends. Mia, that's auntie. Mr. Servone's like my brother. Big Boz, who was P's childhood friends. That's like my big brother. Yeah, I have relationships with all of them. But I will say this though, because somebody just asked about literally, remember the other day, I had Mac on my show, right? And he just got out from doing 21 years.
Yeah.
The thing about No Limit, bro, you have to, so it's a geographical thing too, because we were the only people at that time that weren't from New Orleans and weren't from the South. That was so once we left Oakland and went back to Kansas City, P went back to Baton Rouge. He went and set up shop and got an office in Baton Rouge. So that's why, like, you got to remember, 99% of the artists on No Limit are from New Orleans or from Louisiana. So, you know, just by proxy, just by proximity, you know, we were in a different state. You feel me? Feel what I'm saying? So now when you go to 2000,
you in and out.
About 01, 02. Yeah. So most of my time it's funny because my No Limit days is from before the heyday and right after the heyday. You know what I mean? So that 3 year from 97 to maybe 2000, 2001, I really wasn't around like that. But then from 2001 up to now, yeah, you know what I mean?
No, for sure. So, okay, after the No Limit thing, you went and did your own independent. What was your label called?
I had a couple labels. I had a label called Capital Gang Records, and I had a label called D-Boy Records.
D-Boy, that's what I was seeing, D-Boy Records.
Yeah.
And, okay. You put out projects. You put out your own solo projects.
Yep.
Like I said, like, what was that a big transition for you? Like, trying to figure out, like, the game at that time? Like, what was it? Like,
it was.
Like, was you scared? Was you nervous? I mean, how was it going about that first bout?
Nah, but it was a daunting task back then, bro, because you know it wasn't like now. It was very different because for one, you had to have your own money. You had to have money back then, bro. Like videos, like how these motherfuckers can put, do songs, put that motherfucker out the same day. You know what I'm saying? Do a video for $500. Like you couldn't do that back then because you had hard costs. So you had to, for one, you had to get in the studio, you had to get your shit mastered. Then you had to have a glass master, what they called a glass master back then. And then you had to have your DAT for them to replicate off of it. So then you had to get artwork done. So like I used to get my artwork done in pen and pixel. So like that art, like now you can get a cover done for $100, nigga. Back then, that shit that we was getting in pen and pixel, that shit was $3,500. You know what I'm saying? So now you talking about harder costs. So CDs, if you got 10,000 CDs, nigga, you paying roughly $11,000 for them 10,000 CDs. Then you had to get posters, you had to get flyers, you had to get T-shirts. Then you had to have distribution. So now you got shipping costs. Then you had to, like, if you wanted to promote, you had to buy ads in magazines. So it was a whole lot of upfront money. And then the video, my nigga, shit, a cheap video back then was 50,000, 75 bands, and that's on 16 millimeter. That ain't even 35 millimeter. You know what I mean?
God damn.
Yeah, it was a very different game back then. That's why I really don't understand when artists really don't be making it now. Cause I'm like, nigga, I come from a world where, nigga, you really had to have it. And see, this the thing, bro. Everything I did was my money. That was my money. It was never no nigga with money behind me, pulling my strings or front me or nothing like that, nigga. I was really who I said I was. So when you see me in the magazines and you seen my shit in stores and you see me talking that shit, that's because I was really doing that shit, and so I always had pride in that, the fact that I was always my own man, always had my own money.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I see something like you've been shot before.
Yeah, in the forearm.
And was this before the deal with No Limit, or was this after?
No, this was before.
Okay.
This was before.
Prior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was at a house party, got shot up.
So yeah, nigga was really in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. And you know what? This is the thing, bro. I never like to misrepresent it, man. I'm a realist, though, all through and through. You know what I mean?
No,
so,
for sure.
So for me, coming from the neighborhood, bro, I was a regular kid. I never been on I was a cool kid, a popular kid. I was athletic. I played basketball. I boxed. I did martial arts. I did gymnastics, nigga. But excuse me. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did my thing when I needed to do it, but, like you say, we on Smutfree, you know what I mean? Like, one thing I can say, I ain't never been on no paperwork. A nigga can't say, mark me out. Nigga ain't never been robbed or none of that. And I got a lot of money.
Okay, big court, talk that shit, girl.
Yeah, no, real shit. I think sometimes, and again, that was just a part of my life, I mean, by, God protects food, God protects fools and babies, you feel me? So, I was blessed enough to be able to transcend and evolve mentally to be able to kind of come up out of that. I got lucky, bro. You know what I'm saying? I made my money in the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, and I pivoted and I started investing in real estate and started getting into other businesses. And then I got about the city because I knew that if I stayed in the city, I outgrew the city. So I knew either I was going to get indicted or, I was end up going to have to do something to somebody or vice versa. Somebody was going to do something to me. So, I knew it was time to pack it up and go, but, I wasn't you know what I'm saying? Nigga wasn't out there bad, but out there, nigga, I stood on it, No,
for sure. So, you start doing your own independent thing. I see you start doing movies. You're in the filmmaking and acting as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was your first movie? How did you go about distributing it, getting it out there? I mean, what was the steps in that?
So when I moved to LA, bro, I moved to LA when I was like 26. Nigga had a wife. I think I had 2 kids at that time, right? And nigga, we moved to Brentwood. That just lets you know how I was eating at the time, nigga. We moved to Brentwood, right?
Okay, on Barrington. All right.
You know what I mean? So I was I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When hey, you already know what I'm talking about, right?
No, for sure.
So when I moved out here, bro, I was really kind of running on E creatively with the music shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I had put out 3 or 4 solo albums. They did cool independently. You know, I made some money. Um, at that point, I moved out to LA to really pursue getting in movies and shit. But as I was going through the auditioning process and just learning the ropes of Hollywood and all that shit they talking about now, I seen back then in terms of the pay. You know, when I moved out here, nigga, my pockets, nigga, I just on some 100 shit because it's past the the statute of limitation. But I mean, I moved out here with damn near $1 million cash in a safe. You know what I'm saying? In a U-Haul, with the rest of my furniture. You know what I mean? And I had like a $500,000 line of credit over several properties that I owned in my city. You know, so my shit was together. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
you
I was
came
doing
right, boy. That's how you
yeah, I
come.
was doing. I was blessed. I was doing okay. So I'm saying that to say, seeing actors and people that I seen on TV and people that I was fans of, when I started seeing that I was doing better than them, then that kind of, it kind of made me a little bit, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, how does that happen? Because I'm like everybody else on the outside of LA. I'm thinking if I see you on TV, nigga, you rich, right? Nigga, that wasn't the truth. I got out here and I'm like, hold up. I'm seeing these niggas that I've been watching on TV, on these TV shows, and these niggas is fucked up, or they just, on some average shit. So that made me want to get into the power seat. That made me say, even you talking about 2005, I was like, shit, I need to figure out how to be a producer and how to make this shit because, and this was in the DVD age. This was way before streaming. It was either you do a movie and you try to sell that motherfucker to BET or something like that. It wasn't a whole lot of platforms, or you put that bitch on DVD and put it in a Blockbuster or one of them motherfuckers, or what was that, Redbox or shit like that. Redbox was the
Man, that's crazy. All that shit about obsolete
oh.
damn near.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I said, damn, all that
Yeah,
shit
okay.
damn near obsolete now. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I was operating in a whole different time. So anyway, that led me. I went on some auditions. I went on a lot of auditions. I did a few movies. Y'all can look up my IMDb because some of them I can't remember.
Yeah, I was looking at that shit earlier. I was like, this nigga, this nigga got some.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, your rap name wasn't Big Court. Your rap name was Court Dog, right?
It was Court Dog, exactly.
Okay. Court Dog.
Yeah, I got that name. You know where I got that name, bro? I got that name playing basketball.
Oh, okay. So you was a baller. You was a hooper.
Yeah, I was a baller. I was a ball hog. So my coach used to get on me, and that's where the Court Dog came from. It came from the basketball court. You know what I mean? Because I was a ball hog.
Yeah. So you started in the Peyton with Stacey Dash, Shattered Day,
you own it.
Love on the Rocks,
it,
Don't Touch If You Pray, starring CeCe Peniston, and you started in the comedy Rib Shack, which won the Global Arts Film Festival, Palm Beach International Film Festival, Independent Black Film Festival, and the Convention Film Festival in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And you started movies alongside comedian Cat Williams, Lawrence Hilton.
It was a movie I did myself. Yeah.
Okay. And then you co-starred in the I Got the Hookup too, as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, man. And you saying the movie with Cat Williams is your movie out of your own pocket?
Say it again.
You're saying Cat Williams is the Cat Williams movie came out of your pocket?
Yeah, I produced that. I produced that myself. That was something I put together. I put up, nigga, like 250,000 of my own money. This was before, digital cameras and shit. You were still shooting on digital tape. We were shooting on Panasonic cameras, and we had to rent like the 35 millimeter lens for the depth of field. We had to nigga, wasn't no drones back then, nigga. If you wanted a floating shot, you had to rent the fucking the train track with the big ass dolly and put the camera on there and had a motherfucker push it. You know what I'm saying? So, I spent 250, but I really shouldn't have, but I didn't. That's the learning curve, nigga. I paid $250,000 to get some knowledge. So, cause I paid top dollar for everything. Wasn't no favors. Wasn't Airbnb back then. I'm paying $3,500, 5 racks a day to shoot in mansions and shit and shoot in houses. You got to have $1 million policy to rent all of that shit. I shot at the Compton airport, you know what I mean? So I had to pay. It was a lot of shit I had to pay for it that, you just don't know no better. And it adds up really quick because you figure, shit, nigga, if it's costing you damn near, $8,000-9,000 a day just worth of equipment, nigga, and you shoot for 10 days, that right there is almost $100 grand. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy. But 250 to make a movie is not bad now, because niggas would pray for that, right?
Niggas is making movies. Niggas is making movies for 20,000.
But I'm thinking big budget though. I feel like shit. The least they be doing $1 million budget at the least.
Well, I mean, for a major movie, like they made The First Friday for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's 35 millimeter film. That film is it's more expensive and more expensive to edit. So, like now, niggas is these Tubi movies. That's why everybody doing that shit, because they business model is, they making movies for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And because you got the ad share, the ad revenue, if motherfuckers tap in, it's like YouTube. So they may have spent, 20, 30, 40 grand, but shit, they seeing 40, 50,000 a month just off from the ads, So it's way different now. Everything is different because of technology. It advanced everything forward and made a lot of things easier.
Are you adjusting to it? Are you having?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Are you putting your movies on Tubi platforms like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I have I have my own network that I'm actually launching. And I mean, I'll give it to y'all. Me, Willie D, from the Ghetto Boys, and Big Steel from Gangster Chronicles. We have our own network that we're launching called Code. So, we're now in turn going to be what Tubi is, you know what I'm saying? Especially because they're moving the goalposts in terms of Fox acquired Tubi. So a lot of advertisers were running away from Tubi because of the content, the type of content. So of course, they gentrified the shit. So now they're going to make it harder for a lot of content creators and these movie makers to get their shit on there. So this is where we come in. You know what I mean? So we'll kind of be a platform for displaced content creators to come and put their shit on and make their money.
No, definitely. That definitely seems like y'all know what to do.
I got a movie coming out on Tubi though. That's called Black Trilogies, Dark Days, Dark Nights, starring Paula Jai Parker, Glenn Plummer, Denise Boutte, Marcus Polk. It's super dope. So I'm a producer on that. We got that coming out, and then I also acted in a movie called A Piece of what is it? A Piece of Heaven. I think it's called A Piece of Heaven, but it's starring me, Jasmine Lewis from Barbershop, Travis Cure from The Oval, and Rashawn Ali. Couple, you know what I mean? Couple in terms of the Tyler Perry sector, you know what I'm saying? Some notable people. So that'll be coming. That's going to WeTV, I believe.
Okay, definitely. Y'all be on the lookout for that. All right, man. I gotta, I gotta ask questions. I wouldn't be me if I, because we didn't heard so many
sure.
people get to talking. Sure. People be running their lips on here about certain people, and I just want your take on it because, we didn't heard shit. Niggas like Wack be coming through and speaking kind of crazy on Master P, as if he's broke today, like he ain't really got no money, he don't own nothing. I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, initially when he said it, this is the killing part about it. Initially when he said it, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When I started my podcast, I was new to social media in the whole YouTube space. I didn't understand the YouTube streets. I didn't understand content. I didn't understand none of that shit, right? So, and P didn't either. We did. That's not where we're from. That's not our world. You know what I mean? Like, we come from the old school where, nigga, if you say it, then we figure you mean it, and that's what it is, right? So I addressed it initially, but even still, me being me and being from the old school, I addressed it professionally. So, I didn't say nothing crazy because we didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know where it was coming from. And at the same time, I did use it as content because I'm building my platform. So I'm like, okay. But you know, as I've grown in this content space and I see how people do, and you know, people do their content, man, I take it with a grain of salt, bro. I don't take much of this shit personal like I did in the beginning, because I understand that probably 99% of this shit is just a play, and it's just motherfuckers just doing.
No, and I understand that, but I want you to talk some shit, man. Is Master P broke or no, man? That's what the people want to know. Is Cuz still cracking? Like, come on, Court, you is nigga, Cuz. We need to know this.
Yeah,
like, talk that shit for Cuz. He ain't able to talk.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, to answer your question directly, no, right? No. But you have to understand that, I mean, money and broke is relative, right? And what I mean by that is, with P at his peak, would I say he had 600 million? Probably not, right? But if he got 200 million, if he got half of his net worth is still half of that, does that mean he's still broke? You know what I mean? So it's just like if Elon Musk woke up with Oprah's money, that nigga slit his throat. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to it. So to answer your question directly, no. You know what I mean? But I think I think a lot of that shit runs deeper, bro, than
Exactly.
You know, it runs deeper, bro. It's like, I don't know. We in a space, bro, where, you know, I don't know. It's like, and listen, again, y'all got to remember, you know, man, I'm damn near 50, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't been through all the bullshit, but then I made it to the other side. And the thing is even with Wack, he has too. Wack has made it believe it or not, even if he doesn't say it, Wack thinks like I do. He understands exactly what's going on. But again, I think like Charleston White, I think you have people, you know, that just get into character, and that's just the type of content they like to do. And that's a choice. That's a personal choice, right? But you know, I just think we have to be careful, you know what I'm saying? Because like even with Cat's, you know, interview with the Shay Shay Room, it was dope. I thought he said some poignant shit, some beautiful shit. But then, you know, would it had it went viral if he wasn't taking shots and tearing down, you know, other comedians? And it seems like really kind of just only us, you know, we do that shit to a degree that no other culture does, just to be 100. You know what I'm saying?
Well, your podcast don't. We can agree with that.
Nah, I don't do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Even who I am in real life, my nigga. Like, for one, if I got something to say about somebody, I know how to get in touch. I can touch anybody, right? I know how to get in touch with them and have a conversation. But, you know, I think just coming from school, bro, it's like, to me, it's weak. You know, it's weak shit. That's just my personal opinion, you know, to say shit about people. And I don't get into like, I'll be honest, when I hear niggas say shit like receipts and niggas record calls and screenshot shit, to me, nigga, that's the cousin of snitching. Because if you got receipts, nigga, that means you plan on doing something with it. At some point, you plan on telling something. I don't live my life like
exactly.
So what I say is my word. My bond is my word. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't, you know, I guess that's where I'm still old school. You know what I mean? But in summation, I understand that a lot of this social media shit is not personal. I understand that you know, I even had Compton Rick Rock on the show, you know, and he ran on a tirade about Ice-T just randomly, you know, a few months ago, just really random.
Oh yeah.
But he came on the show and he was like, man, I was tripping, bro. He was like, nigga, I was just caught up in the YouTube streets, just thinking of something to ruffle feathers and talk some shit. But man, I ain't mean nothing by that, you know? So I understand that a lot of people just, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is chasing these YouTube checks. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is trying to get these views. Nigga, it's another form of hustle. So once I understood that, bro, that helped me really understand, you know, I don't take really 99.9% of the shit said on social media serious.
Yeah, you're not gonna take it serious, but would you indulge in these activities?
As far as
the antics, you said people chasing, you know,
no.
And that's why I asked that, because I have yet to see you do that. You know what I'm saying? It seems like, you know, you got some traction to your channel, you got subscribers. I mean, You doing this
Yeah.
shit. It's more of a marathon, right?
Exactly.
If anything.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah, I don't knock nobody to do it, bro. It's just that for me, I set out to brand myself because for one, I don't have to be on. Like what you see is what you get. I am who I, and then I don't have the temperament for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't fuck with nobody, so I don't want nobody fucking with me. You know what I
then
mean?
you a big
So
swole ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Pause. This nigga like 6'4" swole. Cause I don't think niggas want to see that fade. Cause I don't know. Yeah,
I come in peace, but I stand up when I have to. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But shit, a nigga, I'm more known for letting that for letting that thing blow than I am on some fades. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh shit.
but this the thing though. I just really, again, I respect people that do their content how they do it, but I just wanted to make the culture look good, bro. Like my thing was, I wanted to humanize us. You know what I'm saying? We got enough for the shit. And that's cool, right? I just wanted to offer some balance, right? It's like I done had niggas like Mob James, niggas like X-Rated. I done had niggas on there, and that's cool. Like, okay, all of us got a story. We did this, we did that. But I like to peel back the layers of why, because there's always a why. It's not just, oh, I just came out the womb gang banging and wanted to hurt and kill niggas and sell dope. No, nigga, there's a why. So let's explore that. And then when you peel them layers back, you'll see that niggas is human just like everybody else. Niggas didn't have parents. Niggas had parents on drugs. Niggas was being abused. Niggas, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that way we don't look like just these, we just fucking beasts and we just hyper aggressive and just prone to criminality innately for no fucking reason, which is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I think about the choices I made was because it was mostly environmental. But, it was environmental. It was me being young. It was influence, a destructive influence. It was all of these things. It wasn't like I was taught that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make the culture look good. That's it. And humanize us.
No, for sure. Before we get into questions, man, what made you want to get into podcasting and start this podcast?
You got some good questions, bro. So during the COVID, my nigga, like, sitting still, like, well, no, let me take that back. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't mean to be long-winded, but so in my senior year of high school, right? I always talked good, I always articulated well, and I always, I always advanced in reading and writing and different things like that. So in my senior year, nigga, I barely graduated. I remember my senior English teacher, I got up, nigga, I got on the Georgetown starter coat, nigga, Cortez's khakis, the standard uniform, right? And so I had to get up and read this paper or whatever. So after I did it, my teacher, he complimented me. It was like, man, you should consider public speaking. You speak so eloquently and you have a great speaking. Nigga embarrassed me really because nigga, I thought I was a gangster at the time, right? So I'm like, this nigga disrespected my gangsters, nigga. I ain't smart like that, right? On some dumb shit. And so fast forward, 20 something odd years, almost 30 years. I'm doing a show with Master P called Doing the Most. He had a show on Playboy Radio and Dash Radio. And so it was like Howard Stern, it was like, it was filmed and everything. And it was lit, right? It was me, him, and Jay, program directors down in Louisiana. So anyway, we do the show and P just, it's my nigga. So he's like, man, come on, just do it, whatever. So one of the executives pulled me to the side and was like, and Jay Tweezy was like, you kind of good at this. You should consider this. Now, nigga, this was like 2000. This might have been 2015, 2014. And so, nigga, I'm not thinking about nothing like that. And so they end up giving me my own show over at Dash Radio in Hollywood on Cahuenga. And so I did it for about a month, but I didn't understand the business of it. Niggas wasn't talking about, no money or how to monetize it or nothing like that. So I put it down. So fast forward to the quarantine, we all sitting still, nigga. I'm watching Gangster Chronicles, I'm watching Vlad, I'm watching all this shit. I done watched everything on TV. And so me and my partner Ken, who was the producer out here as well, we would always have these long conversations about, old school gangster rap, 90s, gangster shit that we grew up on. And so we just said, man, why don't we do a show just talking about 90s rap? That's how it started. But what happened was, as I'm watching more podcasts, I started, seeing the guests. And I know I've been out here a long time and motherfuckers like me, my face card good. So shit, I just called on my celebrity friends and everybody showed up. You know what I'm saying? Jay Prince showed up. Michael Jai White showed up. X-Rated showed, like everybody I asked literally, came to fuck with me. And so that's how I started, bro. It was just really in the quarantine and feeling like I had something to offer to the space.
No, definitely. Now that you're here in this space, what do you feel like you offer?
Shit, that balance to the culture that we were speaking about. I think that brand wise, and I think just, it's always gratifying for me, bro, when motherfuckers come up to me, even here in LA, or like I know, bro, this YouTube shit and this social media shit is got traction. I got I got dozens of videos that are viral, you know what I'm saying? And I get noticed and recognized a lot of places that I go, but it's always gratifying when motherfuckers come up to me, bro, and they say, man, I love how you represent the culture, bro. I love how you do what you do, man. Like, man, you do this, you do that. So that's gratifying for me. You know what I mean? And again, like I say, I'm from the hood, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really from that, but I just want to give us some balance, So I'm enjoying it. I wholeheartedly enjoy what I do, bro. I enjoy having the conversations with my guests. I enjoy, the journey. I was always a fan of Behind the Music, the Arsenio Hall show. See, I patterned my show after, I was influenced by Arsenio, Donnie Simpson, Barbara Walters. What's the nigga that used to be on CNN? The nigga with the big shoulders. I'm looking right at him, the old white dude.
Oh, Larry.
Yeah, Larry King. Larry King. Yeah. So I used to, when I was younger, I would watch all of that stuff. So I'm always fascinated by people's journey. No matter what that is, dog. Like I'm fascinated by the journey. So I enjoyed it.
No, definitely. Man, we got the legend, man, Big Court in here, you understand, from the Holding Court podcast on Smutfree TV. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, get my likes up if you're in the room. Share the room right now. Share the room. We about to get into questions. We're going from top to bottom. Man, if you ain't trying to ask a question, man, say pass or, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, then we're going to keep it rocking and rolling. You already know what it is, man. We live right now, Smutfree TV. Rocking and rolling. If you want to raise your hand, come up right now. You feel me? To get on stage, to get in line, but we going top to bottom. You understand? Going top to bottom right now. Hey, Goddess, what it do?
What are some of the challenges that you faced while doing the
podcast? Thank you for tapping in, Goddess. I think it was really just learning the tech part of it, the technology part of it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, man, you're not fighting against nobody else. You're fighting against an algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many things that are that you have to consider. It's captioning, it's the thumbnails, it's a lot to it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just being consistent, and it's learning the business of podcasting. You have to understand that, when you become a successful podcast, because, I got to deal with Revolt last year. I'm only 2.5 years into it, and almost a year ago, I got to deal with Revolt. So, you in essence become an advertising agency, because that's what you sell. You want your database, and you want to be able to sell, advertising, sponsorship on the audio side as well. So it's all about, just learning what you're really doing and what you're doing it for, and monetizing that same asset as many places as you can. So it's just a lot to learn, and it's always changing because it involves technology. So I would say that that's probably the biggest learning curve for me, especially not being a super techie dude. So it's the tech part.
Definitely. Brother on the phone, we got Thrasher. You there, Thrash? Now we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. All right, who we got? I got Flacco next right there. Flacco.
Yo, brother. I don't got no questions, man.
Okay, do you know who Court is? Hey, this Poetic Flacco from No Jumper.
Well,
Big
yeah,
Court.
I know who he is. What's up, partner?
Hey, man. I seen the Sharp interview. You feel me? That was some good shit.
Never mind this nigga, man.
What do you say?
No, he said he's seen the Sharp interview. He said that was some good shit.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
For sure. And no, what it do?
Zam with how you doing, Big Cole, bro?
Wow, what's cracking, Dirty?
I'm cooling. I'm a fan of your podcast, man. You got like probably the the most original, authentic podcast out right now. You know, without all the shenanigans and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a question. You did an interview with Boz.
Yep.
You probably a year ago.
Yep.
And he had he said something about Freeway Ross. That's accurate information.
Yeah. So this is the thing, and that was a sensitive topic. And
I ain't really want to know if you was gonna answer the question. I was kind of.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna answer all questions. Yeah, for sure. That was a sensitive topic, and I'm gonna tell you why. And back to what God has said, sometimes this is a difficult part of it because
Right.
I was kind of in a conundrum with that because on one hand, I'm cool with Freeway Ricky Ross, but then on another hand, Boz is my brother, and I
Right.
want to allow him to speak his truth. You feel me?
Right.
So, now when I say now, Boz is solid, a
I
1,000%.
know.
Yeah. So
You ain't gotta speak on it. I know that's family.
yeah. So if Boz say it, it is what it is, right?
Right.
Now, in terms of what we know, how the streets operate, if it ain't
Right.
in black and white and it ain't presented, then you are not to say it unless you can substantiate it. So I understand that part too. But that's and I talked to Freeway Ricky Ross. Matter of fact, that nigga, me and him had a conversation like that. If that clip dropped at 10 a.m., me and that nigga was on the phone at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And I explained to Freeway Ricky Ross because I respect him as well. I said, bro, listen, I could have really fucked over you and made the caption really some whole shit and did kind of like how glad to do you. I said, but I ain't do that. I stuck to exactly what he said, and what he said was you were in his paperwork, but he didn't understand why because he never met you. Them was his exact words. And I said, so I stuck to the facts, but I didn't want to mute my partner. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't want to fuck over you. So,
Right.
that's my position in that.
Yeah. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what part of New Orleans you from?
I'm from out of Desire. I'm from out the Ninewalk, but my mom and them own the store in the project in the Cali, or they own right way. She was married to Lou Mason.
Okay. I got a house
Yeah.
down there in the Upper Ninth.
Where? Around
Yeah,
St.
man.
Claude. I'm from
No,
up
man.
Elvin between Urquhart and Village.
Yeah, it's on Manzan.
Mason? Oh, that's right around the corner. I'm a band boy. But
Yeah.
Elvin and Mason. That's where I'm from right there.
Yeah. That's my third home, bro. That's my third home down there, bro.
Yeah. And I heard you talking about Mac. That was my bed partner, man, for about 4 years. Old
Yeah.
McKinley.
Oh, yeah.
Golf 100. Yeah.
Man, listen, and that's what I was telling Rockstar. That's what I meant to tell you too, bro. Like with No Limit, bro, you have so many of us, nigga. Me and Mac had never met. We had never met. Like he had heard about me, I heard about him, but we had never crossed paths. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of No Limit be like that. Like, it'll be motherfuckers you never met, but you see them from afar, but they family, but y'all in just different places. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
No, for sure. Let's go on. Lovely, what it do? Lovely, you there?
What up? What up?
What up? You got a question from Big Court?
Yeah. Thanks for letting me ask a question. So who was your favorite person to work with, like in any genre, music, movies? Like, do you have like a favorite actor or anything?
Yeah, I got so many memories, but it's hard. You know, a lot of people that I work with, I actually have personal relationships with and know them. You know, but I have to say, you know, probably Cat when I did my movie with Cat Williams. I mean, we were friends, you know, prior to that. But what I always appreciated with Cat was the fact that when I did my movie, he was already Cat Williams, and the nigga, you know, I asked him, I said, bro, I need you to come do this movie. I just need you for a day. And the nigga was like, you know what? He said, I'm always here to support the ghetto cause. And so the nigga actually showed up and he gave me the whole day. He showed up on set on time and was like, okay, you got me for the day, bro. What you want me to do? And he didn't charge me a dime. You know what I mean? So I always appreciate that. I liked working with Lawrence Hilton Jacobs too. If y'all don't know who he is, he was on Welcome Back Home. He played the dad on the Jacksons movie. I know everybody saw the Jacksons, The Dream or whatever. He played Joe Jackson. And I remember, even though he was an actor just opposite me, but he was obviously a veteran actor, he kind of took over directing a little bit, directing me. And he was forcing me as an actor. He was really holding my feet to the fire. And I appreciated that because he don't have to. And a lot of actors won't do that. But he was really like making me do shit over and like, no, come again. You know, you can come better, you know, and I appreciated that. Working with Jasmine Lewis, who played Ice Cube's wife in Barbershop. You know, she's a friend of mine. Working with her was super dope. We did the movie A Piece of Heaven. And same thing, you know, looking out for me as an actor, you know what I'm saying, and really challenging me and pushing me. So, you know, my homie Michael Jai White, you know, we work out together and train together. So, you know, it's a personal friend, but it's always fun.
Oh, that's why you be on your extra. That nigga on some extra workout, boy. Both.
Yeah.
You know,
he been on my show too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he been on the show.
He know martial arts and all that. You into that?
Yeah. I took martial arts all my young life.
Okay, because I know he big on that though, for sure.
Yeah. So I've been blessed, bro, to like even Ice-T, you know, that's always, you know, the relationship I have with Ice-T and him being a friend, a OG, a mentor, you know, the same as P. You know, I've really been blessed, bro, just to be respected as a contemporary and to have these relationships that I cultivated that are very solid and 100. You know what I'm saying? Where I can get some game, some guidance, and always support, you know, from the people that did it before me and done it, you know, to levels that I have yet to reach. But, you know, so I've been blessed in that respect, bro. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Love you.
Royalty.
What's up, Court? It's Prince Allen, man. Not much. You know, I had to come over here and show you love, man. You know, me for KC, you know, was it?
That's Prince Allen. That's Prince Allen. What's cracking with
you know. I told you I'm gonna show up, bro. You know it. You know, I got a question for you. Since you was talking about Ice-T, like, what was your favorite moment in the podcast interview with him that you cherish? You know, like any moment off that clip.
Yeah. It was a few, but the one that and it's funny because my wife even said, she was like, nigga, you was like a little boy all over again. Nigga, I seen it in your face. Probably when I would rap his raps with him and we did it together. So there was a part of the podcast where we rapped the song Peel the Caps Back from his Iceberg album. And we rap kind of like the first verse together, nigga. And me and Crazy Bone did the same thing, but when me and Ice-T did it, because y'all got to understand, I got paintings of Ice-T's cover from Power. I have 5x5 oil paintings in my house on my wall because that album was so instrumental in my life. And it helped me get Street Poison too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm listening to Ice-T, and then again, like I told you, I'm seeing this shit in my neighborhood. And you know, my mind is going and you know, I'm wanting to be like Ice-T. So to know that at some point of an 11, 12, 13-year-old kid, you idolizing this guy and then he becomes your friend. You know, Ice-T was my friend even before he came on the podcast, but knowing I could call him and get some game and, you know, and he respects me and, you know, he endorses my podcast like a motherfucker too. But, you know, so yeah, that was probably the best time, bro, us rapping Peel the Caps Back.
No, that's love. That's love. Lacey, did you have a question? Pass you up.
I did not.
For sure. Slick
Where your mess at? Where your mess at, bro? I know you got some mess.
Nah, I keep it simple. I asked what I wanted to ask. That was the message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't
Oh,
be
okay.
tripping. Yeah, Slick,
Matthew was ready for you to take it to
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
he studies, bro, just
hold
like
on.
me.
Hold on, quick.
No, go ahead.
I don't know what you did heard. I don't know what y'all think. You feel me? But this ain't that right here. We will be.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
Hey, listen, people do that shit on their own. You feel me? And everybody grown.
Okay.
Everybody grown. I be trying to conduct it in a certain manner, in a certain way.
Dope.
You know, but listen, people grown men, they gonna holler, they gonna yell, you gonna tell them chill so many times. You know, until I gotta mute them or kick them down. But usually I just let motherfuckers do what they do. But we conduct real interviews over here. We try to get real backstories, get some information. You know, maybe some shit can help some of these people in this room or whatever anybody trying to do on their journey. You feel me? You know, we say the bullshit for the late night. You know what I'm saying? We be here chilling. You feel me? But for the most part, we just really trying to get a point across and let people know that.
All right, cool.
We got some of the hottest content in these streets. You feel me? Hey, Slick Cino, you got a question for Court?
Yeah, Court. Since you deal with a balance with the podcast, is there any people that you won't interview or come across and you won't deal with, like Charleston White or even like controversial people like Cat Williams? You know what I'm saying? Would you deal with them or would you just pass?
No, I would deal with him because I know how to take control of an interview. I mean, Cat is a friend of mine. Well, you know, was a friend of mine at the time. And even me and Charleston, ironically, I don't really know what to say to that because we talked for about 45 minutes. And we said we was gonna do some stuff, but then, you know, after Clear Blue, his people kind of hit back like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's maybe at that time, bro. I think he was apprehensive about coming out to LA, you know, and I told him, I said, bro, this ain't my politic. You know, I'm not from out here. I mean, this is home, but I know how to mind my business. So, you know, that shit really don't have nothing to do with me. Like, I just want to do something with you. And, but no, I wouldn't be opposed to doing, you know, not really. I mean, it depends, bro, you know, but I guess to answer your question, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
No, for sure.
Well, I will say this though. Let me say this though. What I don't like is I don't like when I have had certain people to ask me to come on the show, but they don't really have anything to talk about but other niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of don't like doing that. Like, that just ain't my thing because I really want to be entertained too, right? But I ain't entertained by sitting. I don't do it in my real life where I'm sitting up talking about other niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? That just ain't who I am. So, you know, so I kind of stay away from that if that's all they got to talk about is some social media beef. But otherwise, you know, I'm open, bro. Because like I said, I like to hear people's journey.
No, for sure. Who we got next? We got Prince of the City. Prince of the City, what up? Prince of the City, what's happening? We're gonna keep it rocking. Authentic.
What it do? Yeah, I got like a oh, there you go. He did. Oh, okay. I got like a 2-part question. Shout out to Smutfree TV and Big Court. You interviewed like my favorite artists of all time, Crazy Bone and Busy Bone. I just want to know like how that relationship come about, and I also know you pulled up to the verses with them as well against 3 6 Mafia. Did you feel like you was gonna have to get active when shit broke out?
Damn, you pulled up.
Yeah. That's a great question. So my relationship with Bone goes back to the late 90s. I don't know if some of y'all follow me or not, but if you look on my, you know, some of my timelines, me and Crazy Bone actually took a picture in 1998, 99. I was actually on tour with them. I opened up for them back then, right? So I've been knowing them since the late 90s. But Crazy, you know, we've always been cordial. I've always actually been, I knew Busy the longest because, you know, Busy was on one of my solo albums, the Kansas City Chief, back in 2002. I did songs with Busy as far back as then. I got songs with Busy that's over 20, almost 25 years old. But that's how the relationship came about, just, touring and traveling. Plus, people used to try to pit me against them because we had similar styles. People used to say I was the sixth Bone member, you know what I mean? So, but as time went on, me and Lazy actually got closer. So it's crazy because I may be a little closer with Lazy and Flesh, but Lazy out of everybody. Me and Lazy talk all the time. But yeah, versus. This is the killing part about versus, my nigga. So I went to versus with Busy. So I show up with the nigga to start the shit, right? And it was just me and Busy. Busy did have one little bodyguard with him. So me and Busy show up. It's all love. I see the fellas backstage. Nigga, everything was good. Like 3-6 and Bone, everybody was kicking it. We was all backstage kicking it. It wasn't nothing, right? And so, when the show started, I was on stage. So I said, you know what? I want to go enjoy the show. So I went up to VIP. So I'm up in VIP. It's me, Fat Joe, Sticky Fingers, Afion Crockett. We all up there chilling and shit, right? So I just want to watch the show and vibe because I'm fans of both of these niggas. You know what I mean? So then all of a sudden, man, this shit happened. So I go downstairs. So my partner called me and was like, man, B, he in the truck. He about to leave. So I run downstairs, man. I run outside. I go tap on the window. I said, B, bro, you can't leave, nigga. For one, contractually, you can't leave. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, we got to go back in here. So, so then that's when y'all see me on stage. And if you notice, I'm standing close to Busy the whole time because I'm kind of protecting Busy from Busy. You know what I mean? Because, Busy's a wild boy. Really all them niggas is, but Lay and Busy, like them niggas will take off. You know what I'm saying? So I was really there kind of watching over Busy, making sure he didn't do nothing else, you know what I'm saying, and kind of keeping his temper a certain type of way. But yeah, I felt a little awkward because I'm no limit, you know what I'm saying, even though I have this relationship with Bone, but I'm also cool with 3-6. Me and, rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. That was my homegirl, so I was cool with Gangsta Boo too. So, and I've always been cordial with Paul and all of them. So when I'm standing on that side with Bone, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, damn, I hope these niggas don't think I'm against them, or you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to, like necessarily picking sides, so to speak. But yeah, it ended up being a beautiful night because it all came back together. All them niggas is cool, Crazy and Paul is close. Busy and Gangsta Boo was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it was all love. But the disconnect in that was that, see, the 4 members of Bone, they all kind of already toured and did shows with 3-6. You know what I'm saying? But Busy, he kind of do his own thing. So that rapport and that relationship kind of wasn't there like it was with the other members. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to Bone, man. That's fam,
No, definitely, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Big Court from the Holding Court podcast is definitely in the building on Smutfree TV. First time on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I seen your boy. I seen a clip where you and Sharper talking about Clubhouse. And who is that too? That's your co-host, right? You got your daughter, and then you have, what's the gentleman name?
Yeah, my daughter Rachel Renee, and my partner producer Ken.
Oh, Ken. So he was talking about, because I guess he's familiar with Clubhouse, and he was trying to put you on it or something. You wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just, I know Clubhouse does have good rooms like this one, and they even got tech rooms and all that. But the majority of the shit I see from Clubhouse is the shit with niggas, the bullshit. And yeah, man, I just, hey, listen, it could get on that. It could get on that court, but we, for the most part, like I say, I've been running this shit like a podcast since day one. We've been on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We know who the bullshit with, who not the bullshit with. We trying to keep it, and out of respect from what.
And I believe it's a place for it. I understand it's a place for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't look down on it or nothing like that. I get it, and I understand it's a place for it.
Hey, some niggas, I ain't gonna lie, like that. A lot of people got respect for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think a lot of people look up. You got a different type of story, and I don't think you understand. You might not understand it. I don't, but. you know, I could feel it. I could hear it in the engagement from the people here showing up. Everybody's quiet. They like listening to you. You know what I'm saying? And
I
we need
appreciate
more
that.
people like that on these platforms to drown out the other bullshit. And that's what I'll be trying to bring to the table. You know, I'm a bridge. I'm a gap. I'm a real member, but I'm trying to run a business at the same time. You feel me? So
Yeah, that's right.
uh,
I appreciate you.
it's just, you know, and that's what I've been on from day one. I always bring people on here that never been on here before. You know, I always bring people that's tied in some way to the industry or,
Yeah.
you know, doing something behind the scenes and to give people some information, you know, that you can do other shit. You don't have to be this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's other lanes out here and you can get. And I feel like this a good interview because you explained a lot of shit. A lot of people probably wouldn't have knew and didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I appreciate your wisdom, brother. For real, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate what you're doing too, bro. Like, you know, you carrying it like a boss, you know what I'm saying? And you know that, yeah.
Man, that's how it's been
Shout
since
out.
day one, man. Don't believe all the media, all the bullshit, all the hype, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas be popping it, man. I'm a real businessman, been like that from day one. And really, I don't really talk to motherfuckers if it ain't really about that. You feel me? All the politics, I ain't concerned. We really live that. We really did that. We can go do that right now. I could go do that right now. That's the easiest thing to go do. You feel me? And the hardest shit is trying to build this shit and stay legit, stay legal, stay free. And a lot of
Yeah.
niggas ain't understanding that.
And see,
So
I'm gonna tell you, man, what it is with me with the content too. And again, you know, I know sometimes I can be kind of a serious person, but you know, I think when you've been through the environments that we've been through, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you've been able to take penitentiary chances and dodge jail and dodge death and things like that, you know, I just can't imagine, you know, setting up the circumstances or putting myself in a precarious position to crash out and behind some you know content. You know what I mean?
and I ain't gonna lie to you, like, so you know that word content is like so far stretched right now, right? You know, for a long time we didn't know what we was doing on here. You know what I'm saying? We was just on here. I was having fun. I could see I could bring traffic. It was a lot more easy to see the traffic and gain traffic, and it was a lot more. They fucked up the app now. The app all fucked up, but you know, and then you know I started figuring out this YouTube shit probably about 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Really getting familiar with this shit over this shit, seeing how people was doing it, and I kind of hopped in a lane. You feel me? That I didn't know nothing about. And like I was like you, I was kind of reserved at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, I do give credit to niggas like Wack coming up in here, say crazy shit, but it's like this like it's some shit like I ain't gonna go cross the line though. Like once you cross the line, it's a wrap with me. Like I was entertaining and I allowed a lot of shit and entertain, but at the end of the day, it's like nigga, we ain't gonna be playing, bro, like that. You feel me? Either we cool you or not, nigga, because you know we really supposed to be handling some business. And that I don't be understanding people mind frame, and I don't think they can decipher from the internet to real life. Like, you feel me?
That's the problem. That's the problem, bro. And that's what I'm saying. It's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. If it's a play and everybody is in on it, like some WWF.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If it's a play and we all in on it, if you let me know before, then that. But no, if you doing fuck and then you trying to twist and exaggerate, I'm cutting the water off. It's we ain't fucking. I'm cool. You feel me? So
hey, Rockstar, not to interrupt. Did I miss the question part?
Yeah. Go ahead. You want to ask one? Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Court. This is Big Mike. I'm from Northern California, right? So back to talking about the history, right? And y'all talking about y'all was in town, right?
Yeah.
So were you a part of when the No Limit mom and pop shop was in Richmond? And would you say? Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So no, because no, I didn't give you a chance to answer because I was hearing you was in the town. See, I'm from Northern California, so I follow the history of it, right? And I will say this, right? The other day I was asked, who was the biggest star out of Northern California, right? And I said Master P. And my homie looked at me, right? Like, what do you mean he ain't from the Bay? But that's where that game came from, right? Like, for me to say my part, like that's where he got that game and know the Bay Area hustle out the trunk and took it back home, right?
Yep.
And then after that, we was arguing. It was Master P and MC Hammer, right? So I was asking when I was listening to you earlier, and you was talking about you was in the town, and I was following that. So you wasn't a part of when he was in the Reds, or the beef with the Ice Cream Man or E40 just and the third. I was just asking your part when you was out here in Northern California.
Yeah, so I was around. I came out there. I think it was '95. So this was right after '99 Ways to Die. So this was before. This was before. No, I'm sorry. This was after the record store shit. Because yeah, that was in the Rich. So when I came out there, I can't remember what suburb. I want to say he was staying in Pleasanton, if I'm not mistaken. He was in Pleasanton at the time, and he had us over in Hayward, right? And so so I don't really have knowledge of before I came out there, but that's an interesting point. I don't know that I could say, and Master P is my brother, like that's my brother, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could give that to him just based on the fact that he isn't from there, and I think that would be doing people like Short and MC Hammer and 40 kind of a disservice, you know what I'm saying? So
now, recently he didn't show love to the Bay. It took him a long time, right? But he didn't show love. I was just asking your part when he was out here, because he was out here for a long time. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, he was. He moved out there really young. Yeah, he was. He was out there. But I think, but yeah, he got a lot of game from the Bay. And I mean, he claimed Richmond. You know what I'm saying? And Richmond fucked with him too. And he got into funk with Oakland from being from Richmond too. You know what I'm saying? But,
see, that's what I was trying to get out of you. See, yeah, you know, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I know the politics because, but see, when I came, I came, bro, right when it was happening. It was happening. You know what I'm saying? So now, mind you got to understand, in real time, none of us really know. You see what I'm saying? Like, he just grinding, he just working, trying to make something happen, but it's happening. Me, I'm young. I really don't know what I'm looking at and what I'm around or nothing like that. But, it's much further than what I had done or what I had been exposed to. But, even me being from Kansas City, we've always had a kinship with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? So we always fuck with the Bay musically and on some street shit. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it, man. That's what Mac Drayloff is like. We ain't gonna go into the politics, but y'all family,
that shit really got. You already know. You already know. Even me, I fuck with the Bay real tough. Like, I fuck with Big Rail and Cheech from AMW. Like, them my OGs. So I fuck with a lot of people out there, man. I spent a lot of time out in the Bay, bro, on bullshit and on other shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I used to come out there, man. I used to fuck with cats up in Stockton too. Which I know
that's where I'm from. I'm from North Stockton.
Okay. Hey, you remember the rapper? Remember Playgirl Slim?
Nah, Doja Click was the first thing popping out my city, but Playgirl Slim, I know who you talking about,
Yeah, Doja Click, yeah, because rest in peace to Tobin. Tobin used to fuck with them. Me and Mine Entertainment, he used to be the management over No Limit, rather, in the beginning, and he fucked with Doja Click real tough.
Yeah, MC Rim and P. Yachty from the East,
Yeah. And I used to come out there and be running plays. I remember the little white rapper, what's his name, Cadillac Ty?
Yeah.
So you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I used to be out there on some bullshit, bro.
But see, a lot of people don't know, like that northern and southern connection, right? Even in LA, like when you go to LA, there's a lot of southern connection to how the South came to California, right? But like when you come to Northern California and that Louisiana and Northern California, the dreads and the teeth, like it took a long time for P to say he got his game from Northern California, but when he did it, that was only thing that was asked for. You know what I'm saying? And that out the trunk hustle, that mom and pop shit. And when he took it home, that's why a nigga don't care about nothing like how anybody else from the South, because that's how niggas from the South is still getting it now.
But you know what? P always gave love to the Bay. Because I just had Chuck Johnson on the show. Chuck from Soul Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just had him on the show too, but we were talking about the same thing. But P always gave love to the Bay, bro. I don't really know, and I hear that a lot. People be like, "Man, it's like P just abandoned the Bay and didn't show us love." And I don't, he screamed the Bay, his whole career, really. You know what I'm saying? But,
You know what I think it is about like to pay homage, right? It's like to hurry up, like acknowledge us, right? But when he did it, I think like it's just like it's not too late. Like it's just you want to hurry up and do this. But when he did it, it was pure love instead of other artists like Drake or Rick Ross, like riding on the wave of Mac Dre or something like that. Like if niggas don't know, like the shit with Master P, the Ice Cream Man with the Loonies had an Ice Cream Man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or
And
the
me and
Out
Yuck
the
talked
Trunk
about
Hustle.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Yuck been on my show 3 times, and Yuck is my partner, and we talked about that, and we came down to the agreement that in that time I get it, because see, back hip hop was different back then. Nigga, you couldn't bite, you couldn't sound like nobody, you couldn't use nobody's shit. Like niggas ain't respect that shit. It's different now, but back then, the way that Pete looked at the Ice Cream Man was lingo. You know what I'm saying? No more than the word trap now. I'm a trap star or something like that, right? That was how he looked at it. He didn't see it as, oh, okay, I'm taking a whole identity or I'm taking your shit. No, that was just what they said. You know what I'm saying? It was the word for dope man. You know what I mean? For a nigga get money. So that was just miscommunication. And Yuck, he even said it, motherfuckers around him put the battery in his back. And niggas is young, dog. Niggas is
niggas ain't never had no money like that. That early 90 money, independent money, just on the third. Like when niggas was searching for deals, niggas was really getting out the mud and never seen no money like that. So I feel it. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Niggas is young, and it's a gladiator sport. Hip hop's a gladiator sport. So yeah, rightfully so. He felt like, nigga, I had something and I was building something. Here your ass come taking it, So, but everybody cool. That's the beauty in it, bro. And that's what these youngsters got to understand. Like, you get to an age where none of that shit matters. You look back on it and laugh. You know what I'm saying? Same way that, Bone and Do or Die, or Bone and Twister, or Bone and 3-6, or whoever. Niggas look, Ice-T and LL, they on tour now. LL called Ice-T like, bro, I need you on this Rock the Bells. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas spent the most of the 80s beefing. You know what I mean? So, that's the beauty of getting older, and wiser. At least you should. You live life long enough, it should teach you how to live,
That part. Thank you for your time.
So I appreciate you, Big. Salute.
That part.
No, definitely, man. Hey, man, it's been great rocking with you. I appreciate you coming on here. Any last words you want motherfuckers to know, people to know what you got rolling, what you got cracking to come, what's next? Let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, shit, everybody, if ain't nobody got no more questions, man, they can subscribe to the Holding Court podcast on YouTube, and of course available on all streaming platforms, Revolt TV. Like I said, what I got coming next, y'all be seeing in the media real soon, is hold on, y'all. What is that? Okay, somebody trying to call me. So we got Cold TV, me, Willie D, and Big Steel from Gangster Chronicles, you know what I mean? So that's going to be the new streaming platform. So, when y'all see that and y'all start hearing about it, we'll be up on the Breakfast Club, and, y'all start seeing us on the media run. Y'all download the app, go stream it. We're going to have the best content, all the movies, rather classics or new content. We got some dope ass original content that we're going to release on the channel as well. So yeah, that's at the forefront right now.
No, definitely, man. Listen, I appreciate you, homie, taking your time on a Friday to come holler, chop it up with us. You already know. I can't wait to talk to you in the future, homie, and chop it up with you. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got some ideas, you know what I'm saying? So I would like to.
And you're welcome to my show too, bro. Next time you come to LA.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know my schedule. I'm coming for sure. Man, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Corey. Yeah, I was saying, hey, Corey, man, this is one of the dopest motherfucking podcasts. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying, these stages right now. I just want to give him his roses because he's always showing me love, you know what I'm saying, with my podcast. So I always got to say, man, salute to you, brother. You know what I mean? Especially for KC, you know, coming from nothing, you know what I'm saying, seeing, you know, people like you know what I'm saying, pioneers of KC independent rap scene, bro. Like, just seeing that, bro. Always get to me, you know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
You know, RP Mr. Tobin, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So keep inspiring, man. And, you know,
I appreciate it. And like I
you.
tell people, I appreciated my love. I appreciated my brother, and that's reciprocated. You know, I tell people, man, I'm born and raised in KC, you know, but I represent LA and KC, you know what I'm saying? Because LA, you know, I've been out here 20 years and they have embraced me, you know, all over LA. It's been nothing but love. Like, when I hear motherfuckers be talking about LA and all that, of course, every city got its bullshit, but you know, from Compton to Long Beach to South Central to all over, even to nigga where I'm at, Calabasas, all of that, like, it's always love, you know what I'm saying? So, and you know, I've always, you know, I know how to keep my face card clean and stay out the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of out of towners, they come out here, man, and they try to get up in the mix. They want to be down with these sets. And, you know, nigga, you as an outsider, bro, that relationship with niggas that been in the car and them niggas that played in the sandbox, you can never come in between that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how niggas be getting extorted and soft pressed and different things like that. So, you know, but I appreciate the love and how LA has embraced me, and this is home. So I represent both soils, you know what I'm saying? LA and KC.
Right. You already know, bro. You already know. Like, every time I see something, bro, I'll be like, just seeing it, you know, you in my algorithm. I remember when you first had your interviews, you know what I'm saying, with Jay Prince and Master P and shit. Yep. And this seeing now you on Hip Hop Stories and all these other platforms, you know what I mean? I can't even scroll without seeing Court now, you know what I'm saying? I'd be so inspiring by that shit. I was like, yo, man, I can't wait, you know what I'm saying? But so much, you know, energy that I learned from you, you know what I'm saying? And from you and my big cuz and Tobin and everybody, like, you'll keep doing it, man. Because you're on the right path, bro.
Let me say one last thing too, man. Any youngsters is on here, man. Let me just give y'all a piece of wisdom, dog. Like, you know, listen, you know, at this age, at almost 50, man, and coming through the streets and coming through the ranks, and I've made every mistake up under the sun. So I don't want to speak from a place of, you know, beyond reproach, or I'm not infallible. I've made a lot of mistakes, but you know, all the shit that we think is cool in the streets and the shit that you're doing, I'm gonna be honest with you. None of that fucking shit matters, and you can do nothing with none of it if you make it. If you don't go to prison for all day, you know, and you don't get killed, but you make it, at some point you're gonna evolve and you're gonna start thinking different. None of those skills, none of that shit you learned in the streets, or did, I should say, is gonna be helpful. It's not gonna help you get a home loan, health insurance, life insurance. Is not gonna help you get a business loan. There's nothing I did in the street it is helpful. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that a lot of that shit is going to be a waste of time, because you fuck around and find yourself, you know, shit, too old to work and too young for Social Security, and you be in a world of trouble with no skills. And the young niggas don't respect what you did in the street 20, 30 years ago. They don't respect you because you burnt out looking at them. So they not going to receive no information from you. You know, they want to know what you did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that, you know, try to get your money. I ain't opposed to nobody getting no money, but you know, if you out there, you got to be out there, at least have a plan with that hustle and turn that shit into something. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing I did. You know, I sunk a lot of my money into real estate. I took some males too, but at the end of the day, I still came out on top. But you know, have a plan, man. Because if you don't, you know, plan, you plan to fail. So that's my message to any youngsters that could be on here and maybe in that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Just trust me. You know, if you make it through, my nigga, you don't want to be sitting up looking crazy with a bunch of wasted time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey, Court, you know what I want to tell you though, bro? When you gave them flowers, so I am 50, right? Mm-hmm. And I still keep my hand in the cookie jar, right? Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to catch up with my what I lost during prison time, right? What I need to tell you and other people that I look at, right? Like Wallow, right? And me, that's me, right? Keep speaking that message, right? Because that still makes me like, it ain't too late, right? It makes sense, right? When you be trying to figure it out and going through them battles through your head, like, nigga, what is you doing? These young niggas are paying attention. They want to be talked to, not talked at, right?
That's right.
And then to give you your flowers right now, don't stop doing what you're doing, because there's still ignorant niggas like me that got the same position as you, maybe not the money or the fame or the voice, right? And still trying to figure it out, right? Because I still look up to niggas my age, younger than me or older than me. So that's dope.
I appreciate you being transparent, saying that. And listen, brother, I'll tell you, I was just telling somebody this the other day, my nigga, I gotta unfuck my mind constantly too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this country, this society did a number on us. You know what I'm saying? That thing that you just said, that thing that you got in you that you fight against, nigga, I fight against it too, bro. You know
why I said that, bro? So I'm sitting with my nigga, right? I'm sitting with my nigga. And like we said, he like, man, what the fuck are you doing, Mike? Like, why you trying to say these niggas, bro? Fuck are you doing talking to these niggas? Niggas love you for one thing and one thing only, bro. You out here trying to say these niggas this and the third? Like, you the big homie, bro. That ignorant shit. They love that ignorant shit. This and the third. You like, fuck these niggas. Nigga, I know you for one thing. He like, what you wasting your time? I'm like, bro, I love all you niggas. It's the same. He like, yeah, you wasting your time. And I was like, it fucked me up, bro. It really fucked me up when I still hold a court of the young homies and they see that shit. And when I'm not on the ignorant shit, but a nigga like, I really love and have influence to hit me like that, right? And be like, what the fuck is you doing? That shit gotta be so confusing to make it this far. Like, to really come from Generation X to know your mom and your daddy, to go to church, you know what I'm saying? To do that. And this, as far as we come, this is where we end up. So that's why I'm giving niggas like you your flowers, right? To stay pushing to do other niggas like Big Head, Wallow, get it, like the old niggas like Bun B, all niggas like really showing niggas and not like really giving a fuck. Like, this is what it is. And still have influence and be able to politic, but politic the right way. And really not care.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you be surprised, man. A lot of the niggas don't care, dog. They get theirs and they leave. But, you know, nigga, shit, I when I see situations, like, man, that shit could have easily been me. Like, it's so crazy, right? Like, we was talking about Wack earlier. And like, when I heard his story, I swear my story was damn near parallel to his. The only difference was God smiled on me that I didn't go to prison. You know what I'm saying? See, he got sent to prison as a juvenile. That almost happened to me. Well, they wanted to give me juvenile life and then send me to prison when I was old enough to go to prison. But that defining factor, and I think that was just, you know, a lot of people praying for me. You know what I'm saying? But I look at that like, damn, I was right there. I could have been lost in the system. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling what type of decisions I would have made or who I would have became if I had got lost in the system. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never judge. You know, I never judge people, because you don't know what their walk is. You don't know why they made the decisions they made. So always, and again, I'm speaking from a place of wisdom. Like, I didn't always have this. This is me almost 50. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I always lead. I try to lead with grace and mercy, because that's the same thing that I know I would need. I've been ignorant before, you know what I'm saying? And I've done and said the wrong shit and needed someone to correct me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just try to be a beacon of light, bro. It ain't about perfection, because we all have made mistakes, you know, and I'm gonna make some more mistakes, but by God's grace, I won't perpetuate the same mistakes. Like I say, I always say, you live life long enough to teach you how to live. But you and your journey, brother, I mean, you at 50, you know, man, you got to keep your faith in God. You got to, you know what I'm saying, find something that you love, find something that you're passionate about, lean into that. And, you know, when you have something to live for and you have a vision, then you tend to move a little bit different. You know, when we younger, you know, we don't really have no focus, nigga. We out here, you know what I'm saying? You think you're gonna live forever, or you don't think
I still think I'm gonna live forever. And you speaking life into me. I'm an old ass youngster, right? And I got a 9-year-old daughter, right? And let me tell you something about that nigga you just brought up. And I ain't never gonna say I told you so, right? It just so the variables that you come in here, right? And this, and my nigga Rasha, right? Sometimes, bro, it's that pinpoint of these conversations, right? The good and bad, or the balance, right? to have these grown-up conversations of what is right and what is wrong or what makes sense. And that's why I'm giving you your applause, right? Because a nigga know you're an ignorant nigga. Nigga know you come from some ignorant shit. And nigga know that you are speaking volumes and holding attention. And this is a job of a motherfucker paying attention to what you say. Because we love that stupid shit, right? We love that drama. But when we sit here and say that, thank you, brother. And I wish you and your family 1,000 years of success and more blessings, bro. On moms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, my brother. Salute, man. God bless you.
Oh yeah, man. Big Court, man. I appreciate you coming through, brother. It's been an honor, a pleasure, man, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when I pull up, man, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna let you know. We definitely got to holler. I want to get on the line too, man. I definitely got some ideas and shit, you know, to go in the future.
Oh, good.
You feel me?
Oh, good, man. Oh, good. Hey, so this come out on YouTube too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna clip it up. It's already live right now. We've been live the whole time, so
Okay.
they've been hearing you.
Oh, nice.
They've been in
Nice.
the chat for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna clip it up,
Oh, okay.
put it out over the weekend. You feel me? So.
All right, cool. Yeah, you had Steve-O on here last night.
Yeah, I had Sibo on it last night. Yeah, bro.
Shout out to
Hey,
the
that was
YouTube,
such a
man.
coincidence. Like, because when you told me, is y'all gonna be on the same night? And then I was thinking, like, damn, I went to go do the read. I'm like, damn, this nigga got a whole interview with Bo.
Yep, yeah. I done had Bo on the show, man. I done had everybody and their mama on the show, bro.
Yeah.
But I can't. I got a lot of people, man, that want to come to the show, bro. So you know, I'm blessed, brother. But yeah, I appreciate you, man, and you know, we'll definitely get together and chop it up, brother.
Okay, no, for sure, man. Y'all give it up for Big Court, man. Big Court holding podcast came through this motherfucking Smutfree TV.
Big salute. Big
y'all
salute,
keep it up,
Big
bro.
Court.
For sure.
You already know.
I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all.
For sure.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, peace, bro. Peace out, big bro. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
He a real one, man. I fuck with Big Court, man.
My bad, Rockstar. Over
learning
talking to
about
them, but I love you, cuz. 2 dope interviews back to backs. Keep your foot on their neck, nigga. West B,
Yeah.
Bully Guy,
Yeah.
my nigga. On crib. I fuck with cuz.
doing that shit, bro. For real.
Yeah.
That's a huge one, man. For real.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one, though. You know, and he liked to, like, from watching his podcast, he holds dialogue. Like, he like to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
he ain't
this shit,
afraid of that.
it fits his name. He holding court.
Yeah,
If
no,
you ever been
for
in
sure.
court,
Yeah,
he holding court.
For real.
Yeah, no, so.
Yeah, he most definitely does it, man. He be doing it so smooth with his stuff too, man. I be liking it. You know what I'm saying? It be intriguing every time I be watching it.
Hey, you heard
All
that
this,
nigga?
you know,
Oh, these some good questions. Yeah, nigga.
yeah.
Look, cuz, I'm
On
gonna
your
quit
shit,
giving
bro.
you a prop.
Where
Cuz
you
it's been
coming,
like 4
nigga?
days this week.
Yeah, you thought you was coming to some different. What you thought you
I
was
thought I
coming
was
to?
coming to what? Come on,
No,
Rockstar.
I'm thinking
Oh.
court. I'm like, I don't know where he thought he
Oh,
was coming
hold on.
to.
Let me tell you this, Rockstar. You been good at
Oh,
this,
yeah.
cuz. Oh, you been good, cuz. You been
I be
good.
throwing niggas off. Huh? He like, man, where the messy shit
Oh,
at?
you getting better, cuz. You getting better. Oh, no, you hit that nigga.
Right.
Remember when you hit that nigga with
I was-
that shit? Like, no, nigga, we want to talk that shit with Wax. Say,
Yeah.
it's tough,
I
bro.
want to hear that shit. Yeah, you know I had to get on that,
You done just got slicker with this shit.
nigga. We want to
Right.
know.
Right. It's just crazy though, man. I was just like, he was over there studying, bro. He was studying about you, man. That was one thing about him, man. He studies.
I think what it
everything,
is
you know
now
what
for
I'm saying?
motherfuckers come on here after the Ace Boys and back on Fix as the messy and shit, right?
Yeah.
For motherfuckers to still come on here, they know what it is because motherfuckers ain't slick, but like it's the only shit popping right now. That nigga, I'm gonna do it like Northern California niggas. We're not even gonna say his name no more. He a goddamn liar. It ain't popping. The other shit ain't popping. They keep coming.
Oh,
They
God.
keep coming. Oh, mama.
Then, you know, they around pulling up. Shout out Seabo, shout out Big Court, back to back.
Bald headed nut, court.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Them clips gonna be out this weekend. Y'all stay tuned for that. And
You see that shit I sent you, brother?
what's that?
Remember that shit you asked me while I be paying attention to the podcast?
Oh yeah. I clicked on that shit earlier. I seen that shit. Yeah, I seen
Comes
it.
out.
Yeah, nah.
9 million views. Disappeared.
Yeah, nah, but I seen his shit. If you look his shit up on that social blade shit, his shit in the negative.
Yeah, that's so it all comes out. He was buying shit. Remember how he tried to debunk you wasn't buying shit?
Yeah,
Somebody else was buying shit.
yeah.
Checkmate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I ain't gonna lie, this was a dope ass interview. Rock doing that shit, bro.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Keep doing it, bro. For real. That's some real game. For real. And it's crazy too, because people that I know from you, you know what I'm saying, is all tied in with the same people with him. Like for real. Like
Yeah.
with blood. Like for real. Like some real shit. That's just real fact.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga, off to a good start, and the month ain't even over yet.
Nah.
Oh, you must have had the collard greens and the
started
black eyed
just
peas on the
right.
first.
The month ain't even over yet, nigga. Stop playing, nigga.
I mean, it's more
Keep
to
your
come,
foot on
though,
in there.
bro.
Yeah. Come on, man. Now, that was
Talk
a
that
good
shit,
one.
nigga.
That was a good one, though. That was a
Gotta
good
talk
one.
that shit,
That was
my nigga.
one. That was one that was, meaningful to have. Look at court.
I'm
like,
still mad I missed a homie last night. That's the homie Cowboy.
Oh yeah, that nigga Bo crazy.
Oh, yeah, bald headed nut. Yeah, that shit was
That's the homie Cowboy now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all that shit out, man. I'm gonna get through it.
I was in Nellis with when he said he was gonna write. He was writing the gas chamber. It was me, Cuz, Gangsta Draker, BG Knockout, Felix Mitchell's son. He said, "Yeah, Cuz, I'm gonna have to go out there and rap." And we was like, "Man, Cuz, you not about to do motherfucking thing, Cuz." Cuz came out with the gas chamber. We like, "Oh, Cuz really got out there and rap."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And No had a good question too. I like that question. No ass.
The NOL.
What was said on that podcast?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you want to say.
Yeah. I mean, yeah now. So what was said on there?
Well,
Oh, the one with
one of the big homies out of Cali, Boz.
Yeah.
You know who that is? The red nigga that used to be with me, used to mess with me ex or whatever, but
The light skinned nigga that was in the movies.
he the red nigga that always
light skinned nigga was in the movies.
red nigga.
Yeah, that was right next to him and all that. Yeah.
But that there was, the streets, you feel me? I ain't gonna put the whole business and shit out, but you know what I'm saying? They had some shit was going on with the feds and shit. This was like in 85 with my big brother, all them niggas, like, you heard me? And Ross was supposed to been was in the nigga paperwork. That was before he had went to the feds for his charge. He was supposed to have told on them you get out of jail on some shit in 85. That's what sent them down.
You talking about 95?
Yeah, listen, 89 to 80, it was like the charges, that shit that happened before his shit.
Okay, thank you, homie.
Separate
Only reason I'm
things.
saying that because my age, bro. That's the only reason I said that.
Huh?
No, remember you said 85, right? I was in high school in 85, so I was just trying to make sure.
I think it's like 89 or something like that. It's one, I can't remember the exact year.
So you talking about before they came to Northern California?
No, listen to what I'm saying. They was in Northern California.
Then it was 95.
In Northern California.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Then it was 95. I'm just trying to make sure.
All right, well, whenever they was in Northern, I'm just saying this shit was before that. This was before all that. They already had a connection in. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Boz had his own connection with niggas.
Yeah.
I was there before all that
Yeah.
was going on, before they blew up and shit. This weed when they was doing their thing.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why
Nigga,
I'm trying to help you, brother.
That wasn't him. When he moved out there, when he had La Romeo in there, that wasn't his first time being out there.
That's, bro, we not arguing. That's why I was trying to tell you the date. It was that, nigga. I was in high school. I was a baby still, bro.
Whatever. All right, you know the date.
Yeah, I know the date. I'm trying to help
like
you out.
You know the date, nigga.
Before you be talking too much. Yeah, they was out here before that.
Yeah, the shit would happen before he went down. He's supposed to have been there, had told on him, and doing the podcast, Boz had said this shit, and when he said it, it fucked the code up. Like, he was like, what? He had to rewind it back. Like, he was like, hold on, say that again. And it fucked me up too. I was like, man, what the fuck that nigga just said?
You know why I believe him,
Playing
man?
that shit all the
So
way.
you see what I just asked
Look
him?
at the clip though. It's on his
No, you know why I
podcast.
believe him? Because you see the
Yeah.
shit I just asked him?
Yeah.
He came after, said, look, when I came home from the pen in 1994, right?
Yeah.
That shit had just started bubbling, right? Like the mixtapes, the No Limit, the Ice Cream Man, all that shit, the Dope Boy shit, right? And then before, like the Loonies and shit, like really bubbling, they had got the game, right? So that shit had been cracking, right? Been cracking. So he answered questions right? He came out there after they had been bubbling, but you see what you saying? Them niggas, we had a bank connection before they had got the settlement from G Pops, all the money, and brought Silk.
Yeah, before he bought the record shop and shit. For his grandfather died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like niggas ain't knowing how niggas from the Bay and California tied into the South and Michigan right now behind that D and that weed. Yeah, anyway, we be talking about He answered it right. That's why I believe it, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't want to ask him because, you know, it got a little, you know, my people and shit like, you know what I'm saying? They kind of, you know what I'm saying? I really asked the question for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because it really don't matter to me. That like before my time, that's my big brothers and them, you know, my older family and uncles and shit. That's their shit. So,
I'm gonna keep 100. I'm just a sideline nigga, bro. I'm a Northern Keyway. I'm
That's
really
all
I'm really on the outside looking in, but my people are like really tied in, right? So when I be talking on this motherfucker, like last night, nigga, I missed that. That's my homeboy Cowboy, right? And I was in Dallas with him, bro. I'd have came here and showed out and be like, Cowboy, what's up, cuz? Oh, mom, tell that nigga, Rock ping him in here right now and be like, cuz, what's up, cuz? Cowboy, what's happening? Nigga, one of my favorite shit, nigga. Black, thick, salt, gating the dog. On mamas. But like, niggas ain't playing, but sometimes niggas be politicking too much.
I'm tired in the little too, but you know, this you gotta be skeptical about shit you kind of say over these waves and shit, cause
we be talking, but come on,
I'm just like
it's entertainment.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's content. It's entertainment. Yeah, we just playing. What that
I
nigga
be
just say,
talking my shit, but I be nervous as a motherfucker.
That nigga that's up against it, I just playing. I just know. Hey, I love you, nigga. Hey, y'all gonna have to pay me for my catch play.
Nigga Rock moving on up, yeah.
Hey, like George Jefferson, moving on up to the west side. Them dudes say bullies gonna respect the side.
Yeah, he's definitely blowing up shit with Court, man. Because Court been bubbling for real. He's been taking off. He's been in.
No, he gets an old school nigga that figured it out.
And you know something though? The good thing about it, he in his own space because nobody ain't trying to do their podcast like that. They don't try to keep it simple. They want the hooray. You know what I'm saying?
They want the drama.
Hooray, that viral hooray. Yeah, but you don't even need that to go, man. Listen,
bro, on my mama, bro. The most authentic shit. Oh, right now, bro. I'm a consumer, right? I'm a consumer. Let me tell you shit. Nigga, Big Ant is how I started my shit, bro. That gotta be no meat right. 100% authentic, nigga. No fanboy shit. Big Ant, different, bro. On mamas, bro. Different. Down south, nigga. West Coast ties. Really outside in the streets. He ain't never said nothing about a nigga that nigga got a problem with. Tied in. Keep it 100. That is the mode right now, bro. That's the mode. On my mom, bro. Different. And it's just so hard to be that authentic. And that's why Rock winning right now. You got to be hard.
I'm going to disagree with you with that. It ain't hard. That's the lie. It ain't hard to be that. Niggas just don't be that.
No, I think you misunderstand when I say hard, bro.
All right.
You the same, bro. Not hard, though.
Rewind it for
different right now. Just different right now. It ain't hard. It's easy. It's easy to be yourself. So that's how I should have said. It's easy to be yourself. It's hard.
You know, you remixed it. You said it right at first.
Nigga, you like the remix. Nigga, the remix.
You understood what you said? You remixed it and fucked it up.
But we talking that shit though, bro.
Yeah, I ain't tripping. I'm fucking with you, son. I ain't tripping. You know how it go.
Like, shit. Bro,
but look, though, that's what I'm saying. When you say like it's hard for niggas to be real, it's not. Like that's not hard. Niggas choose to make it. a process.
Right.
You heard me?
You
It's easy
right.
to keep it real. It's hard
I said-
for you to do some whole shit.
No, hold on.
That's what
You're
it
right,
takes
nigga. I'm
some
inebriated.
listen to this, though. Hold on.
I'm inebriated, nigga, and I've been playing with it, right?
Check
Right?
this out,
That's the
though.
wrong way. It is
takes
not
more
hard to be
energy.
yourself. It's not
Now,
hard to be
listen to this,
yourself.
though. It takes
But it's
more
hard to be
energy.
different in these times. That's how I should have said it. It's easy to be yourself, but it's hard to be different in these times, bro. That's how I should have said it. It's easy to be yourself, but it's hard to be different in these times, bro. Especially if you got skeletons in your closet, or something to hide behind, or something to hold up to, or to follow the mold, bro.
I can speak now.
Fuck you, nigga.
I'm just trying to see. I'm just saying, like, I'm
Nigga be
gonna
saying the
get
same
it
shit
out.
about you,
dig?
nigga.
Like,
Hey, top man, I'm
it
done.
ain't
with you,
hard.
bro.
Listen to
Hey,
this,
nigga
though.
be saying the same shit about you, nigga.
I
Fuck you
know.
mean? No, I'm talking about
It's
this
all
nigga.
good.
Hey, thank you, Rockstar.
I ain't mad though. When a nigga tell it to me, I'ma respect it. Mine ain't gonna be no.
You a
big old
goddamn
thing.
lie, because the only person
I'm
that talk
fucked
like
up
that
too.
is your
Listen,
chick, nigga. So
one
hold
thing
on,
about me
let's
though,
talk
Rich,
about
look, I'm fucked up to the point to where if a nigga tell me I'm acknowledge my fuck up, I ain't going against it. You heard me? It
that.
is
So,
what
let me tell you the truth, bro. You're a motherfucking lie, bro. There's only
all
two
right,
niggas
bro.
on here that
Nigga,
you
look,
listen to.
nigga. All right,
Nigga,
man.
what? Tell the
All
truth.
right, man.
Yo, flash out.
There you
Or
go,
go
bro.
fly.
This Tom and Jerry shit now, bro.
What? Nigga, I
Tom and
wish I
Jerry.
would cat and mouse you, nigga.
There you go, man.
There you go.
Elmira. About to lock me in the cage.
Shout out to Rockstar 2800, nigga.
Man, go ahead, nigga. You know how I'm
Smutfree
saying.
TV, the hip hop trends, nigga.
Nigga.
Bring
And I'm gonna say it to your head.
Bring you the hard questions and the real content. No cut, no smut, nigga.
Nigga, you ain't saying it right, man. You gotta remix it right.
Nigga, I ain't P. Diddy. Fuck the remix and a shiny suit. Man, I'm from the West Coast.
Just fucking with you, look.
I'll fuck with you, on moms.
Man, I'm in the chocolate bars in the two tonight, look.
We definitely had a rocking and rolling tonight, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, participating, man. Let's go to the next room. You feel me? If you want to participate, you on YouTube, man. Come on, Clubhouse or Smutfree TV. You understand me? And hop in the conversation. You already know, man. Stay tuned. You never know who might show up next. You feel me? We just gonna keep that up in the air. But we locked in. We definitely trying to push this shit forward on here, man. Keep this shit rocking and rolling. Who in here? Goddess, what to do? Goddess, you up? If not, Rich, I'm gonna need you to do your thing, man.
You need me blow this bitch down?
Yeah, in like 2 minutes. Let me open.
Y'all like shooting shit up.
Everybody hit the link in the chat and hit the link up top, man. Go to the room, man. I'm about to start that motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 minutes.
I'm gonna blow this motherfucker up in
Hold on, 2 minutes, girl.
122 seconds. Lovey, you stay right here so I have a personal conversation with you.
You know what? I'm tired of y'all.
What you mean tired of y'all?
Hold on, y'all.
Don't be pressing my issue every night.
Oh, yeah, who be pressing? I don't be pressing.
Nigga, this old nigga is. I don't know who else she talking about. I ain't with the y'all.
I ain't pressured up like that.
Man, you better stop giggling, girl. Ha ha hell.
All right, give me 1 minute. Come on. Hold on. So. All right. I'm going to start pinging up.
Right? You know what's so crazy? I thought you was going to ask that question about C-Mac because, that was one of his first videos he went viral with.
Oh, yeah. I ain't nothing. Listen, bro.
Right. Well, no, I'm just saying because you know, I know you be on the content, so shit. I know you studied, so that's why I was just asking. Saying.
No,
But it was great. It still was great though. Shit, for real. Got a lot of jewels from it, man. For real.
Definitely.
That shit was hard. Back to back. Yeah, shit. Can't get no better than that, man.
Back to back, nigga. Come on.
For real.
Nigga,
Real niggas too.
Nigga,
For real.
Niggas out here playing in the playoffs, nigga. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Who in the playoffs?
Smutfree.
Yeah.
What you mean, nigga? Nigga, fourth quarter, nigga, with 3 inches, nigga. Nigga, we gonna put you.
Nigga. Huh?
Look at my nigga Slick, nigga. My East Coast Keyway, he back in the fall.
I know. He's
Look, he come back.
slithering back in here.
I fuck with
That was good though.
kind of tough.
Nigga, what got me is that fucking SIBO shit. I like, should I have SIBO?
Yeah, nigga.
See-ball, the ball-headed
Yeah,
nut.
nigga. Yeah.
Fish telling in the cup.
Yeah.
That
I'm
nigga
like,
said,
damn.
I'm
A real one got a real one.
kicking
nigga.
up dust
Yeah,
like
come
in
on.
the Zulu.
Stop
Come on,
playing,
man.
but yeah, we gone. I'm back.
I don't know, you know, but down with